Sarah says that she can hear. You guys are very excited to talk about recycling, but she's also very excited to share a story with you. Can we listen to her story? Yeah, okay.
SEAL is fundamentally about giving kids the power of language and literacy for all their purposes in life. Children learn and develop best where they feel safe, where they feel a sense of belonging and part of a caring community. The persona doll is one of those strategies that really creates that kind of opportunity, that chance for kids to ask questions, for them to hear about experiences, for them to think about their own experiences, and then makes the openings for them to talk about themselves.
Oh, she said if you see this picture, the beach doesn't look beautiful. What do you think is wrong?
And I see her face sad.
You see her face sad? What about her face tells you that she's sad?
Because the trash is around her.
Is that what it was, Sarah? She said yes.
A persona doll has their own story, their own life experiences, their families, their likes and dislikes that they bring to the classroom as a member of the classroom.
Sarah wants to know, what are some ideas you came up with? How can you help the earth? And those ideas are going to help Sarah. Anais, how can you help the earth?
You need to be a superhero for you to protect the earth and throw the trash where it goes.
Yes, and a superhero of the earth is called we protect the earth when we are conservationists.
The teacher brings the doll out, and the teacher kind of controls how the doll becomes used in the classroom. The teacher makes that distinction based on what she knows her children need. The doll does not have its own voice. The teacher listens to the doll and speaks for the doll to the class. But the point is the conversation between the children and the doll, with the teacher as the conduit.
When Sarah went to the beach, she took a bag and she collected some of the trash that she saw on the picture.
I know.
So let's see.
There's something green.
Giselle, she says you're right. She really wants to show you what's in here. Oh, Sarah, this bag is full of sand. Look.
She went to the beach.
She went to the beach and there was a bag in the floor. Maybe they will. She's wondering if you can reuse it in the classroom.
Yes.
We sure can.
So it's connected to the content of the unit, but it's not just about delivering didactic information about the unit. It may be a way to introduce some socio-emotional vocabulary and some opening to talk about something that's going on for your children, that they need the language to talk about and the opening to really share.
Do you remember how she was feeling when I first brought her out? How was Sarah feeling?
Happy.
Very sad. And why was she sad again?
The trash was around.
Trash was around. So let me ask her how she's feeling now. Sarah, how are you feeling now? You know what? Sarah says thank you. Sarah says you've given her so many ideas and how she can practice her conservationist skills. And
Persona dolls really grew out of the Pacific Oaks anti-bias curriculum back in the 70s and the attempt to find ways for children to deal with issues of diversity. It has become a vehicle, Persona dolls, that is used internationally, really, including in South Africa in the post-apartheid days to help children talk about race and skin color. It's been used in the Middle East between Palestinian and Jewish children to really talk about religious differences and being in the midst of basically a war. But here in the United States, it also gets used just to talk about the rich diversity of our communities, which children are trying to make sense of. In this next segment, we'll see how Mohandas creates the opening to talk about the feelings of pride and the feelings of being ashamed.
Friends, Mohandas is really happy he gets to spend the morning with you. Last night, he was so excited that he was going to see you again, he couldn't go to sleep.
He stayed up?
Yeah, he stayed up really late last night. Are you feeling really tired now, though? Oh, good. You're not too tired? Okay. He's not feeling too tired. I think he's mostly feeling really excited that he gets to see you again.
Young children can invest dolls with all kinds of feelings. They know that they're dolls, but They feel the feelings of the doll. They accept the story of the doll. Their imagination opens up the realm for them to relate to the doll with the kind of empathy and connection they would in another human relationship.
Really? Is it okay if I share that with them? So Mohandas really, really doesn't want us to say his name out loud. What? He doesn't want to be Mohandas anymore. Do you remember last week when he came to visit you, how excited he was to share about his name? He was feeling so proud of his name, and he told you all about his name? Yeah, so can you say that word proud? Proud. Is there something that you feel really proud about? Think about it for a second. I feel proud that...
It can be a way to introduce vocabulary and feeling, but doing it through connection and through empathy with this doll that's had an experience.
I feel proud about I was caring of my sister.
You were helping to carry your sister? Yeah, you were being a really good helper. Thank you. Does somebody else want to share?
I help my sister do her homework.
You feel proud that you helped your sister do homework? That's wonderful. I feel like something really hard must have happened to make him feel uncomfortable about his name or ashamed about his name. Can you say that word with me? Ashamed. Ashamed means that you feel really uncomfortable or embarrassed about something. Not a little bit, but really embarrassed or really uncomfortable. So last week, Mohandas went to a big running event. I don't know if you know this about him, but Mohandas loves running almost more than anything in the whole world. And when it was his turn to run, his friends were cheering him on, and his parents were cheering him on, and his sister was cheering him on, and he was running his hardest that he could run. And then after the run, he was standing at the snack table because he was really thirsty and really hungry. And 3 kids came up to him, and he didn't know these kids except that they had all been running together, right? And the kids started saying, Mohandas? What kind of name is that? Mohandi, Mohandas, Mohando, Mo. Who would give a kid a name like that? And Mohandas was shocked. So what happened? Shocked, like so surprised. He wasn't expecting it. And it kind of made him freeze, just like that. He was so shocked. And it kind of touched his heart in a way that really hurt in this moment.
In this situation, Mohandas has been teased because of his name. And we know that many young children are teased about their name or their skin color or their family religion or something, and it's very startling to young children as they first encounter that kind of reaction in the world. Mohandas becomes the vehicle for raising that issue, opening it up for children to respond if they've had the same, and then to engage in the problem solving. And this is where it becomes very powerful, because they want to help Mohandas.
How does it feel for you all to know that Mohandas's feelings were so hurt?
Grumpy?
It makes you kind of grumpy, it makes you feel sad.
You need to go. You need to go.
Mohandas needs to go?
Yeah, it's just he hurt himself.
Away from where the kids were? Yeah. Is that what you're saying? That's a really, really good idea, right? Are there other things that you could think of that would help him feel better?
I know, you can make a new friend.
Oh.
Or you
You might find a new friend or maybe hang out with some new friends.
Or you can run next to somebody else. Or you can be by yourself.
You might take some space and just really be with yourself for a little while. Yeah. I'm wondering, what might Mohandas say if he sees these kids again at another running event?
Maybe he
himself?
can talk about his own name.
Maybe he could tell those kids about his name so they could understand his name?
Yeah, and
Wow.
then Mohandas can tell their friends their new name.
Wow. What do you think of that? She was suggesting that you share what your name means to you.
Persona Dolls gives us a way to talk to our children in our classrooms about what we can do to help each other feel better, to share ideas about what that might look like. And a Persona Doll's power is unlocking that problem-solving and empathetic side of young children and giving them ways to handle the big issues in their lives.
Mohandas is saying that he is really loving hearing your stories, that it's reminding him that he actually really, really loves who he was named after. Yeah, right. He's named after Mohandas Gandhi. And you're remembering that you actually feel really proud about that, huh? Yeah, when we tell these stories, we get to really remember what's important to us and carry it with pride.